Ever wondered why it feels like getting a job is harder than ever? There are millions of openings? In this video, I'm going to show you the 4 hidden reasons why landing is such a challenge in 2024, and I'll share my 5-step strategy that will help you secure new jobs despite all the obstacles. If you don't watch this video and apply the information, you could be wasting countless hours applying to jobs that won't even respond to you. So, stick around. The first thing to understand is that unemployment data is misleading. Politicians love to highlight the fact that the unemployment rate is only 3.7%. That sounds great, but it's not as straightforward as it seems. Does that 3% rate mean 96.7% of people employed? Not exactly. The unemployment figure comes from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which defines people as unemployed if they've actively looked for a job in the past 4 weeks and are ready to work right away. Now think about this. If you've been hunting for months, submitting hundreds of applications with no success, you might feel burned out and take a break. As soon as you do that, you no longer count as unemployed. You disappear from the official statistics. There's another issue here. The unemployment rate doesn't account for about 40% of the U.S. population. This includes retirees, stay-at-home parents, people with disabilities, and active-duty military. So, a big chunk of the population reflected in that unemployment figure, which gives a skewed picture of the job market. Just because the government says there are millions of job openings doesn't mean those jobs are available to everyone, or that people are able to get hired quickly. The numbers aren't telling the whole story. The second issue making job hunting harder is something called ghost job postings. This term refers to job ads that companies have no intention of filling immediately, or at all. You might spend hours applying to these roles, waiting for a response, only to realize there was never a job to begin with. But why would companies do this? For one, ghost job postings are a way for companies to gather data on job seekers. Some employers want to know what qualifications people are listing, what salary expectations are, and how many people are applying for certain roles. This gives them free market reach to help them make business decisions, like adjusting salaries or figuring out how hard it would be to replace someone. And it's getting worse. A study from 2024 found that mentions of ghosting in job postings have increased by 77% since February 2020. This means more people than ever are wasting their time applying to jobs that aren't real, creating a false sense of hope for job seekers like my neighbor, who's savings while waiting for a response that will never come. Even though there are job openings everywhere, many of them might not be what you're looking for. Have you ever noticed that the help wanted signs you see tend to be in places like fast food restaurants, gas, or retail stores? The truth is, a lot of these don't offer much in terms of pay, benefits, or long-term job security. These jobs offer. A 2023 study found that 41% of job seekers said there weren't enough job openings in their preferred industries. Meanwhile, 46% of people reported that the jobs they low paying. This issue is partly due to leverage. When there are more people looking for jobs than there are roles available, sure, some people might say, you should just take whatever job you can. But here's the problem. Where the cost of food, rent, and basic living expenses is skyrocketing, taking a job can sometimes be a net negative. This is where the idea of opportunity cost comes in. The time you spend working a wage job is time you're not spending searching for a role that matches your skills and salary expectations. You could end up in a cycle of working just to. Finally, the recruiting process itself is broken. If you've applied on platforms like LinkedIn or Indeed, you know how easy it is to click apply on dozens of jobs in a matter of minutes. The problem is, if you can do that, instead, they use AI tools to filter applications before they ever reach a human being. In fact, a 2023 study found that up to 75% of resumes are rejected by these tools, and even if you make it through the AI filters, it might not matter. A lot of companies already have a pre-selected candidate before even posted. Sometimes, job ads are just formalities, legal requirements that the company has to follow, even if they already know who they're going to hire. The other big factor here is networking. A 2014 study found that 30 to 50% of hires come from referrals. If you know someone at the company, your chances of getting hired shoot up by 40%. This creates a closed system where people who already have connections keep getting jobs, while everyone else struggles to break in. Now that we've covered the 4 major obstacles, let's get to the solution. Here's the 5-step strategy you can use to land jobs in this tough market. First, if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, create one. Fill out your work history, education, hobbies, and make sure to add a professional photo. A complete profile is your online resume, and it's critical to getting noticed. Next, add everyone you know. Yes, even that person you barely spoke to in high school. The more connections you have, the wider your reach, and the more likely you are to stumble upon opportunities. Step 3. When you find a job posting on LinkedIn or any job portal, go to the company's official career page to double-check if the role is still open. This ensures you're applying to active jobs, not old or ghost listings. Then, once you've confirmed the job is real, use LinkedIn to find people at that company. If you have mutual connections, great. If not, use filters to find people with similar backgrounds, same school, hometown, or interests. Once they accept your connection request, send a short, personalized message and ask for a 15-minute call to learn more about the role. Here's the key. Don't submit your application until the person refers you. If you apply first, they won't get their referral bonus, which might make them less inclined to help you. Once they've referred you, then submit your application. By following this 5-step process, you can drastically improve your chances of landing a job. But remember, it's still a numbers game. You've got to put in the effort and make as many connections as possible. And if you feel like you could be doing even more, maybe it's time to learn a few high-income skills that will set you apart from everyone else. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please do leave it a like and subscribe and let me know in the comments below how your job search is going. I'll see you all on the next one.